KRBE.
If you know the 3-digit extension of the...
All right, let's hit it.
Now, time for the prank call featuring Special K on the Roula and Ryan show with Eric.
Yay! How do they get in touch with you, Kev?
It's very simple to go to krbe.com/prank call requests with an S. And we do have some spots open right now. Courtney jumped on it, and so we asked her what's going on.
We're going to prank Julian. Basically, he's a streamer, so we're basically I want to prank him some way, like from a gaming company, like, hey, we want you to be our sponsor, or hey, you're like you won the Twitcher, like streamer of the year kind of thing. Just something having to do with gaming.
Alrighty, so as an online gamer, I don't know anything about this stuff, but I understand if via your email, he curses a lot in these spaces where there are young folks.
Yes, he does a lot of cussing, and I'm like, and we have 2 kids.
So there's probably some younger folks playing this game at the same time he's playing this game, and then he's doing all kinds of cursing and carrying on.
Yes.
And I'll bleep this out. Can you tell me some of the words that he's saying?
He'll say, like, you're effing bot, like.
Okay, yeah. What is the name of the game?
He plays a bunch of different games, but the one that he, I think, cusses on the most is Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Okay, cool. I'll go with Dead by Daylight. I'll research who makes that game, and then I'll play those folks coming for him.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for the setup.
Thank you.
Is that an expansion pack for Red Dead Redemption 2? I think that's what that is.
I have no idea.
Red Dead Redemption 2. It's basically like a Grand Theft Auto in the Old West.
It's a Western one.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sure this is?
Sure.
Super violent. Yeah.
I'm sure it is, but there's kids that play on there as well. So
I mean, the games themselves swear a lot.
Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. That's great for the kids.
Awesome. It's my favorite. Let's listen to that cussing in
You're
the
starting
game.
to start playing those about next 6
Yeah.
months.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Might be a little bit other than that here.
Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Julian. My name is Jaime. I'm calling from BE Havier Games, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
We're calling regarding the Twitch Awards.
Okay.
And your nomination has come through, but we needed to connect with you beforehand. There's 3 levels of winners. Each winner will get a free year of content plus a Twitch trophy, an opportunity to attend the nominees' dinner in beautiful Beaumont, Texas.
Okay.
Your nomination, unfortunately, is stalled due to inappropriate language, so I just wanted to connect with you on that today.
Appropriate language.
Yeah, so we take the recordings and we usually play them at the awards, but unfortunately yours had a little bit of cursing on it. So, and we just wanted to make sure that you knew that there's like 12-year-olds and whatnot on the game too.
Yeah.
So basically we had some of the complaints from the various juveniles being called the a-holes.
What?
Oh, my God.
Yes. So basically what we have on tape is when you're saying the insults at them. So we just ask that you use different language, and then we can move forward with the nominations.
All right. I will use different language.
In this particular slur, we recommend the expression, you could say bunghole, butt nugget, and poo butt.
Oh, my God.
All right. I will use different language.
Okay, thank you so much. And we can actually limit your exposure to the younger players normally, but this says because of your skill ability, we still have you in the junior league.
Junior League. I've been playing Dead by Daylight for years.
Yes, and we appreciate that. And when you do get better, we will move you up. Now, I looked up your voice recordings, and it sounds like there might be a toddler in the house. Is there?
Yeah,
is the toddler?
that's my daughter, Baby Basher.
Okay. Oh goodness, are they all hearing those words too? The a-hole words?
Not really.
Ay, papa. They're gonna grow up sassy like me if you don't watch that mouth, cochino. Anyway, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so the young lady emailed me and said to please get off the game and play with me, Papa, is what the 2-year-old wrote to me. Wait, maybe it wasn't the 2-year-old. Courtney. Miss Courtney.
That's my girlfriend.
Miss Courtney, she actually reached out to me. My name is actually Special K, and I'm from KRBE, the Roula and Ryan show, so we're just messing with you today.
Oh, my God.
He's so bothered.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God! I didn't think I was gonna get pranked today.
This is what she said. She's like, tell him to stop playing a game and play with us. I'm sorry, Julian.
You're fine.
Oh my God.
Courtney did write to me and set this up. Do you have a message that I can share with her?
I love you, babe. I don't know.
That'll work. I'll try to play with the kid more too, stuff like that. She loves you. They love you, and they just wanted to have some fun with you today.
All right.
Can you just say, Special K, prank me on the Roula and Ryan show with Eric?
Special K pranked me on the Roula Ryan show.
Sure. Maybe. You kind of got that right.
I'll tell you what.
I can feel his side-eye the entire call.
He
He's
was
like,
not
what the
having
hell is
anything to
this?
do with it.
Junior League.
How's he any good?
I've been playing this for years.
I feel like he's so low-key that he wouldn't be good at video games. Usually you got to be like fast and hyper. And
Well, you
knows
don't
how to
always
say
have to
those
be
bad
that way.
words.
like to be cursing and stuff, you're really into it. Like you're really like, if you're that low-key, you're not going to go, a-hole.
But maybe that's that. Maybe
You're like,
Okay,
hey,
but
you
look at
stupid.
maybe he
us.
turns into like Tasmanian devil when he gets on the game.
Don't you think that sometimes, when we're on air, we're maybe a little bit more animated than what we would be at the grocery store?
No, I'm the
No.
same all the time.
I'm crazy.
I'm 100% the same. all
I
the
would
time.
not argue with that.
It's true.
But I'll tell you
100%
what,
the same
when
all
you
the
go
time.
to these gaming conventions, I hosted one in Galveston a couple years in a row.
Oh, yeah, that one in Galveston. I forgot.
Yeah, and I mean, there are gaming celebrities like you wouldn't
For sure.
No, you can make
believe,
money.
like, the
UH.
adulation. I
Yeah.
mean, people are really into
One of our
it.
coworkers, Tim, his son is like one of the champions of the
and
United
he's
States. and stuff.
monetizing it?
He's got a team at UH and stuff.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Years
a
ago,
lot of
I
money
was
in this.
at
That's awesome.
I was at an event, and the dad had his phone to the side watching the event, and he was just watching a game. And I remember saying, "Oh, what's that?" He goes, "My son's in a tournament right now on Twitch."
Yeah.
And he was playing for money, and he made good money. He said his son had made like almost $75,000 that year.
In a year, 75 grand for playing a video
and that
game.
was low. And that was low.
Whoa.
Some of these big gamers, y'all, they're getting
yeah.
paid lots of money to do this.
And if you're just a gamer where you're just people watch you on Twitch. Like what was Ninja? He was big years ago.
Well, think about how kids
Made
love to
millions.
watch. Remember the unwrap videos, Eric, when our kids were really small? The
Yeah.
unwrap, the Disney princess lady who would unwrap toys. Unboxing videos are very popular now. It's the same thing with kids. Like my kids want to watch somebody who plays the game and talks about playing the
Yeah,
game.
you learn from it. And you see what they're doing.
versus playing the game themselves before
I
they
watch
get a
bourbon
chance to do
videos.
it.
I watch guys
I watch cooking
drink
shows.
bourbons
Thank
and they
God for
rank 'em
YouTube,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, think about that.
TikTok.
Cooking shows. When the Food Network first came onto our cable lineup, I remember there was an article in the Houston Chronicle, like, what the hell? They're probably going to drop this channel. Who wants to watch somebody else cook it? You can't smell it, you can't taste it.
Rilla, have you used?
And look at what cooking is now.
Yeah, there's
have
like
you
4
used
everywhere.
like TikTok or YouTube to learn how to prepare a dish?
No, I used to.
My wife sends me a
I
lot of
used to
those.
watch Food Network a lot. Excuse me. And when you're inclined in the kitchen. Some people just have it, and some people don't. I'm the kind of person that can. If I have to follow the recipe to a T, it makes me crazy because every time I've followed it, it's not right. I made something one time, Kev. It said 3 cloves of garlic. The thing had like 6 or 7. It was not what it. There was no. You could not taste the garlic at all. I'm like, listen.
So you like to tinker?
What's this willy nilly stuff?
Yeah, you make it your own.
Yeah, you gotta just
So
throw
it
some
said
salt in there.
T-Pain is huge on Twitch. And they said that he makes more money on Twitch than he does with his music.
I can
believe
see
it.
that,
I
yeah.
believe it. It's a whole new world.
It's because everyone has auto-tune now.
But see, the problem
I'm not
is,
special anymore.
I mean, everybody thinks that they're going to be the next big thing, and they, if you're
People are saying gaming is in
sinking
UIL
everything
now?
into that. Gaming what?
Gaming is in the UIL now. That's why there's a U of H team. And there's
Wow.
high school teams. Wow, that's really interesting.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
there's lots of money to be made.
Y'all go to krbe.com/prank call request so you can get with Special K to prank somebody in your life. Now, coming up next, we want to talk to you parents over how much your kid has cost you, not to raise your child, things your children have destroyed. At all ages of life, a kid will destroy something that costs you a lot of money, or maybe their friends do when they come over. So we want to take your calls at 833-390-KRBE. One of my son's friends.
104.1 KRBE, The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, my friends, we are taking your calls at 833-390-KRBE. What did your kid break and how much did it cost you? Maybe it was somebody in your house broke something. That's
I think we've all
expensive,
been there.
kid related. And just to give you an update, for those just tuning in for the first time today is the day that the guys on the show are doing the watermelon challenge. You can follow us at KRBE and see how the guys have been wrapped up in plastic furniture.
I will give
moving
Eric
saran
props.
wrap.
Eric is the most hardcore here. He is wrapped up big. He's got the big cantaloupe boobs and a giant watermelon.
Big melons here.
To emulate Sam's 9-month pregnancy.
But
10
you don't
month
smell,
pregnancy.
Sam. These smell like that mildew.
I don't at least smell mildewy.
I think you're going to need a shower when you're done.
Pushed against my own chest.
Special K came in here with like a 3-month belly.
My melons on
And,
top are bigger than his.
Yeah,
belly.
I'm
like
Ryan's
first,
got a
second
4-month
trimester.
belly.
Oh, yeah.
Even Irvin, who does our digital, and Ahmad, who answers the phones. All the guys
I
in
gotta give 'em
here
credit. They're all
are
doing it.
strapped onto watermelons.
I know. I appreciate it. It's really
Go
fun.
to KRBE socials. You'll see him wrapping it, and we're doing it.
One thing I've noticed,
I don't know how we're going to
ladies,
make the dance party at 9.
I know.
that'll be interesting.
You better hold on that
how
it doesn't fall
y'all
out.
walk
I'll
around
get you a
without
belly
banging
strap.
that belly into something
Well, you
because
do.
I have banged.
You gotta be gentle.
You banged oof? What the hell
I
does
have
that
banged
mean?
myself. Well, like,
You're doing some weird pauses today.
yeah, I think. Oh God, it's this thing. It's hit my bladder so much.
That's why I try not to move. I'm staying in this chair.
Yeah, Eric has been pretty still since he got strapped into these melon outfits.
I think every guy should, ladies, you should make your husband do this.
it's
Make him
really
appreciate, because like Sam, like we're not chasing a little toddler around.
No,
Because then you have to try and hold a 2-year-old.
Oh, you brought your son around here trying to chase him around? Oh, my
He's
God.
like half my size and he's already over 30 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
on top of the belly you have to carry around.
I just
obviously.
sometimes sit him on top of it.
So mad respect for you ladies out there.
Yes, we do.
Watermelon Challenge. It's a hashtag. Watermelon Challenge. Go to at KRBE. You'll see the guys strapped up and wrapped up with their melons.
104.1.
KRBE Secret Sound.
All right, now stand by because we're going to take your calls about what your kids are. If you're already on hold about your kids, hold on. Don't go anywhere because I want to talk to you. In the meantime, we're looking for caller 104-833-390-KRBE because it's Secret Sound Time, brought to you by Shell Federal Credit Union.
How much money are we talking, Rula?
$832 is what the jackpot is right now. If the
Nice.
person gets it right, that's what they're going to win. If they get it wrong, we had another $104. It goes to $936. Here is the secret sound. And one more time. If you think you know what that is, be caller 104 and we'll give you some money. In the meantime, we're going to go to Megan first on the phones. Hi, Megan. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Megan. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. The question,
Yes, happy Friday.
the question you're answering, Megan, is what did your kid destroy and what did it cost?
Okay, so my oldest, who at the time was about a year and a half, almost 2, he threw an old VCR into our living room TV. It was like a 75-inch TV.
He broke the TV screen?
Oh, my God.
Totally broke it.
Oh.
Why did he throw
And
the
then-
whole VCR?
Yeah, was he mad?
Well, it wasn't. No, he was just playing around. I don't think he realized what he was doing.
Uh-huh.
And of course, I was in the other room doing dishes at this time.
Oh my God, and you heard it.
So when you heard that crash, did you
Yeah,
have
I
any
heard
idea
it.
what it would be?
No idea.
Oh, God.
It's like baby Hercules.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no
That's
kidding.
It
That's
sounds
heavy.
heavy. Baby
bulky.
strength.
And then to launch it into the TV hard enough to break the 65-inch television.
Break it.
He said bam, bam.
So
I mean,
how
it
much-
still worked,
Bam,
but
bam.
it had a massive crack in it, and then it started spreading. So,
So
all
not
the
watchable.
right.
graphics
Okay.
and stuff.
And 65-inch TVs right now are still expensive. What year did this happen? I can
She
imagine
said
it's triple the price.
75-inch.
So
75
he's
inch?
6 now, so it was like
5 years ago?
year and a half.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it was
how
about
expensive that was.
5 years ago.
So did y'all
Whoa.
replace
But
it or did you go
what's
smaller?
worse
You're like, forget
What's
it.
worse is
My now 4-year-old last year was playing with the shop vac attachment, and of course I wasn't in the room, and hit the new TV that we replaced when my oldest broke it. So we had to replace his second
You
TV
are
in 5 years.
cursed.
Girl, you
You
do
said
not
vacuum.
go
I was like, oh, Lord, here we go.
You need to put like a cage around it or something like they do in like prisons or in movies.
oh, like a mesh.
Something they keep it
some
safe.
protective plexiglass
link.
box.
Like, is she showing me my future with 2 boys?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Boys get into a lot.
exactly. I had people.
Oh,
That's
God.
funny.
We're going to be wrestling. Your
And
boys
the,
will be
the
fighting.
youngest is always the worst.
That's so
Oh,
crazy.
Good luck,
lovely.
Sam.
brother that.
Lovely.
Wow, Megan. Well, okay. I hope you are very protective of that second
You know
television
what?
you have to buy.
I can't feel my toes.
Your circulation
well, maybe
problems?
you should stand up.
Yeah,
I
that's,
think
does
you
that-
need to
does
get
that
that.
happen
Stand
to
up
you,
to
Sam?
move
You
your
don't stand
body
up?
system around.
I mean, I get cramps and swelling and.
Oh, my God. My toes are like numb. Like a
oh my God, Eric.
Eric, I think you're wrapped too tight.
Eric,
That's what I'm
so
thinking.
funny.
Maybe you.
Okay,
Well, it was
speaking-
sitting on his legs.
Yeah, maybe
The
it's
baby
pushing.
was on his legs, so
Yeah,
I think they cut off his circulation.
That watermelon's pretty big. Okay, Jamie's up next. We're talking about what did your children destroy and how much did it cost you? Hi, Jamie. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, we were talking about wrestling. What does yours have to do with wrestling?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, well, he told me to tell the second one, though. So
You can
I
do
thought,
whatever you
because
want.
my son, I used to, like, they both laptops, because I used to get, like, have laptops or ours for each of my kids and their friends. And I'd even buy, like, the same game, like, for them to play, like, over, like, several versions, you know, like, several of the same games so they could all play together.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they wrestled and broke my laptop, like, cracked it in half. But I thought the person that told me to tell the second story, though, it wasn't so much that they broke. It would be more like we broke. Our son used to lock us out of the house and lock us out of things all the time.
Oh, my
So he
God.
locked us out of our home. And he was little, like we're talking ages 2 to 4. So we would have to break the window, of a door to get back in the house. So we'd have to replace, glass and window panes. The worst one that he did was on vacation.
Oh,
He
my
locked us out on a balcony in Galveston at like C-shaped condos and in the late at night. And he tried to open the door, and he was in there just crying and crying, trying to open the door, and he couldn't. And then he went and fell asleep. So we yelled and yelled. Finally, an elderly heard us in the middle of the night, like yelling for hours. We had not even water outside on the balcony. We just, we're outside enjoying the ocean air, but we had no food, water.
That's wild.
We were just out there forever.
How old was your child? Wait, Jamie, how old was your son when he locked you out? Was he like 3 years
He was
old?
like ages 2 to 4. Yeah, like ages 2
So
to 4.
he
would
shut
lock
it.
us out.
He
Yeah.
shut it. He knew how to lock it. He hit the button.
You're
or
on the
whatever.
balcony. How many stories up are you?
One.
Several. It was at least 2 or 3
Not
up,
jumpable.
So we weren't first floor, obviously.
Yeah,
or
first
we
floor.
would have easily gotten out or went to
The
get
shrubs.
help. And then so we were renting someone's condo. So then, but the security guard had no access to it at all, with keys or anything. So we had to pay a locksmith to come in the middle of the night and break into the place through the window and get us in somehow. Because we had 2 children in there. My daughter's even younger.
Oh,
So we
my
had
gosh.
a baby and then like a toddler. And it was
scary.
like, we're locked out on the balcony.
Well, thank God you had your cell phone.
Wait, is that something you call like 911 for? Because you have 2 children under the age of 4 that are unattended because they locked you out on the patio.
Even if
just
they're
see them.
asleep.
And you can see them. Well, one fell asleep, but I mean, I'd be terrified if my
Oh, yeah.
1-year-old and my 3-year-old were alone in this condo and I'm trapped on the patio because they locked me out there. That's crazy, Jamie.
Man.
It was wild, but yeah, we had to pay a lot of money to have the place broken into by a locksmith for like 1 something in the morning.
Oh,
Man.
my.
After that, you just got to masking tape all your doors and locks when they're around.
Well, this is
They're
like
all
a fear
things
I
you
didn't
need
know
to
to
think
have.
of.
Yeah.
No,
If you're a
I'm
new
saying-
parent.
now I'm real terrified.
I'm so glad my kids are bigger now. This would freak me out if my kids were really small. I'm not well.
This should
now.
be a commercial for Apple Watches. Like my watch, I could call somebody. Keep
Oh,
your
you
wa-
can?
Keep your watch on.
Yeah, because I think she said that
okay.
she didn't have their phones. That's why they were yelling.
Oh.
I paid the $10
that's
for the.
crazy.
So yours can
my
function without having the cell phone
Yeah.
next to it.
That's why I got
Yeah.
it, so I could like if I'm go for a jog. or
Also,
something.
a lot of my houses have digital locks, so if
That's
they
what I was kind of thinking.
if they throw the deadbolt, I can just blip 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 blip.
Yeah, but think
those
about this.
are-
This
not
is an
everybody can afford
Airbnb.
that.
Yeah.
It's an Airbnb. You're screwed.
Okay.
Yeah, and on the patio.
You guys make fun of me for having electric shades. He just said, a lot of my houses have electric doors, so I don't want to hear any of you guys call
But
me out for being
No,
bougie.
they're not
They're
expensive.
super cheap.
Yeah,
Whatever.
they're less than $100.
Whatever.
Yes.
Well, I think he's focusing on the fact
houses,
one of my
Sam.
houses.
You have
Houses.
houses too.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but I know I'm bougie.
Let's ask you
I'm
real
in
quick.
debt.
We're asking the question: what did your child destroy, and what did it cost? We haven't had really the cost number, but we know it's a lot from these
Right.
laptops, the
Yeah.
TVs, getting the locksmith, breaking things open. Hi, Ashley. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Morning.
Tell us how old your child was when your child destroyed said items.
Well, this is still semi-ongoing. So this has been between the ages of like 4 and now, which is 16.
Okay. Give us the laundry list of things.
That's 12.
Oh, yeah. He's locked himself out of his mini iPad like 1,000 times. His nephew, actually, it's my nephew I'm raising. His nephew stepped on his iPad, so it doesn't work anymore. It's just sitting there. He poured syrup in the 4-slice toaster and the microwave, so both of those things had to go out.
Poured syrup in your toaster, sir?
And the microwave. And the microwave. Yeah, that was a lot of not fun. And then he's in a full-size bed. He's been in a full-size bed for a while, and it's from IKEA. And y'all know how IKEA furniture goes. You have slats and, like, the middle beam.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will find the picture and send it to y'all so y'all can see it. I go in his room one morning. This was like 3 years ago. And I'm looking at his mattress. I'm like, why is it all wonky? I take the mattress off the bed. The freaking slat down the middle beam thingy is like bent down and broken. The slats down the side are just like, they look like the crazy stairs at the rodeo carnival. I'm like,
Splinter
what
wacky house.
He's like jumping on the bed.
Yeah, he does some crazy flips and
I
jumps.
don't know. It's like,
Has to be.
he didn't even weigh a good 100 pounds.
Wow. So you needed to get a new bed, new iPads,
Oh, God.
new toaster,
yes.
new microwave.
New microwave.
Yeah, the syrup in the toaster, that's another one. Thank
What
God
is
I didn't-
wrong
like,
with him?
Because this is what
That'd be
kids do,
dangerous.
Sam. Especially
Oh,
if you think
my
you're in your room
Plugged
for
in?
2 seconds and you just think it's fine. You got two boys by
Yeah,
themselves.
no.
Well, let's put this in here.
Here's the other
No,
thing.
I went in the kitchen once and he was eating straight sugar, and he was spilling it everywhere because he doesn't eat candy, but he'll eat straight sugar. And it was spilling on the floor, so he grabs the dish towel trying to wash it up, and it got sticky. And he had cerebral palsy, so at the time he wasn't walking, but like one of his legs got stuck shut.
Oh my
God.
So he's like trying to get out the kitchen before I busted, but all you see is him crawling across
His leg
with his
stuck.
one leg stuck.
Oh my
I couldn't even be
gosh.
mad. That was just too funny.
I'm glad you can laugh at that.
That's a good memory.
Oh,
She's like,
wow,
I'm over
Ashley.
Yeah, for real.
What did we
That's
learn
funny.
today? Toddlers will lock you out of your house, and they
my
will put syrup in your toaster.
See, these are the stories you tell when they
My
start dating and you
gosh.
want to embarrass them. You tell
Wow.
their, the new girl or the new boy that they're bringing in. Oh, let me tell you about what he did when he was little.
Photos.
And once your boys get hold of Misty, because Misty's going to slow down, they're going to get hold of
say
Misty and
that.
probably cut her hair.
Oh, yeah.
Put syrup on her.
Shaving cream all over her.
Yeah, feed her
And, like, give her
everything
a
they can
mohawk.
find.
I mean, he already feeds her everything.
Right,
Fine.
Yeah.
right.
And you were really strict about no.
She didn't ever have people
Human food, yeah.
You don't want her to be
Yeah,
a garbage
that's
dog.
all out the
and she's
window
gonna be a
now.
garbage
She
dog.
already is with Santi.
Yeah.
She got a taste of
Yeah,
it.
she
Oh
got
my
all that
gosh.
junk
Oh, yeah.
food. Y'all go to the listener line at 713-278-VENT. Tell us what your kids destroyed
no.
and if you have a cost to that, because now it's time to get a winner for...
Another winner? Secret sound? Or an even bigger jackpot?
KRBE.
Well, we hope it's a winner that's going to
Come
get
on.
$832, or we add another $104 to the Shell Federal Credit Union jackpot for the Secret Sound. Janet, hi, you're caller 104. Good morning.
Good morning, Janet.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, we're going to play the Secret Sound 2 times through the phone line for you. Sam will read the wrong guesses. Then you will give us your guess. Okay, Janet, here we go with the Secret Sound. All right, the wrong guesses are...
It is not a calculator, shaking ice, closing the utensil drawer, squeaky spring. It is not a paper slicer.
Pimple?
I almost said pepper. It's not a paper slicer, electric stapler, and it's not a credit card swiping machine. These are not correct.
Okay,
What's the old school one? Credit card
Yeah,
machine.
you had to have
800
carbon copies. And
$832. For $832, Janet, what is the secret sound?
I think it's a hole puncher.
I wanted you to be right. I wanted you to be right.
I was hoping for
I
it.
wanted to be right.
I wanted you to be right.
But you got
It's
4
not
more
it.
chances today to guess.
Yeah, $936
Oh, yeah.
now. That's what we go to, Janet. So
Try
next time
again.
you're caller 104, it's even more
Okay.
money. Wouldn't it be funny if it was you again and you got it right and you go, oh, good, I gave myself an extra $104.
I'm glad I missed it
Give
the
myself a
first
raise.
time.
Janet, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank
It's not
you,
that.
guys.
Try
Y'all
again.
too.
Thank you so much. You have a great day. Again, secret to 37530. If we give out a clue, that's where it goes. You can also go to our website to see what time we're going to play today. It's 4 more chances today.
Roula, Eric, what is the most damage your kiddos did? Like, as far as like, you're like, oh, God.
Okay, so the nail polish story I said years ago, when I came
tell.
home and I could smell the nail polish and my girls were like looking all innocent, like what? You know, when you have nail polish remover, you smell it through the whole house. And I'd gone to the store, my husband was home with them, and I go, well, who did nail polish? And they're like, not us. They must have been like, what, 5 and 6, 6 and 7? And I go
That
to
smell.
my primary bathroom, the giant jetted tub. And what they thought they were going to get away with was putting nail polish in this. I don't even know what they were thinking. There was red nail polish all over the tub. And then they had tried to wipe it with my bath towels. And then they realized that the bath towels have red nail polish. And then they freaked out and they just crumpled them up and shoved them back in the clean cabinet with the towels.
The cover up.
The cover up.
And how old are
I
they?
think they were like 5 and 6.
Okay.
Because I remember when I walked in the house, I could smell nail polish remover. And they're like, no, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. So
Well, you
I was
scared them
like-
from doing your own house and then destroyed Eric's house.
Yeah, last summer.
That's true.
Roula's kids went over to Eric's
That's
house.
where it's from. Your kids are trying to do cover-ups.
Now he can't sell it.
Hey, according to my kids, they were like, well, we didn't give her the idea to put the red dye in the water.
I can see Ava doing that.
What about you, Eric? Any damages?
We don't know that story, but
Basically, I got this media room, nice carpet, and it's a lighter color. So, my daughter and Roula's daughters were trying to reenact Adele set fire to the rain or something, and they were spraying water out of their mouth and videotaping it. And Ava thought it'd be cooler on video if they had red water. So they took some.
No.
Olivia Rodrigo had this vampire makeup they used when they saw her in concert, and they mixed it, and they were spraying it everywhere, and then looked down on the carpet, red dots everywhere.
Oh, crap.
I was asleep. They called Roula, and they go, Eric's asleep, and Nagy's asleep. What do we do? And then they got bleach out.
they had already started trying to fix it before they told
They
me.
went online, and they got bleach, and so now it's got white blotches over, still red.
It's like a snow leopard.
Pepper was like $4,000, I think.
Oh, my.
Insane.
And it's still there. I'm like, even when I sell my place, I'm like, you just
That's your problem.
Yeah, you take care
It
of
was
that.
a triple level get in trouble because Nagy, Eric's wife, and I had decided no sleepover. Absolutely not. We will not break on the sleepover. And then we broke on the sleepover and said the only way we're going to allow you to have sleepover is if you go to bed by 11 o'clock tonight because we have to do something early in the morning. They're like, yes. So at 10:55 when I called, they acted like they were asleep.
I forgot about that. I
Really,
was
they
asleep.
were panicking, trying to get this bleach out of the carpet, and they wouldn't tell me.
Roula was like the cleaner in Pulp Fiction.
She come in, she's like, God, you're doing this wrong. Oh, my
I
God.
go, why didn't you tell Miss Nagy? Why didn't you tell her?
Yeah, but with the red, it was screwed anyway.
We were scared to tell her. And so you've tried 14 different wrong things before you told her or me.
Absolutely.
So
I
don't
would've-
use bleach, kids.
I would have done the
Vinegar and
same
baking
thing.
soda.
Everyone would try and cover it up.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyway, so go to the listener line 713-278-VENT.
It's hard to talk with this damn watermelon.
Oh, I know.
The
Behind the
watermelon
scenes,
challenge continues for the boys as they're strapped up, wrapped up in watermelons.
if you
for
want
their
a better
bellies.
show, let us take these bellies off.
No, listen.
No,
the
I'm
watermelon
enjoying
right now
this.
is resting on the counter for Eric. He
It's
has it
helping me.
exactly right, like propped up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's taking some pressure.
You're resting
Take
your
the
belly
pressure
on
off.
the
I screwed up
counter.
the boobs. I should have put oranges in there. I should have pretended I was.
But
an
it
egg.
looks good with the wrapping. It looks really good. All right, coming up
I don't
next.
care. It's radio. I
It
don't
looks
care.
really good.
I'm enjoying
A
this.
ventriloquist on the radio.
It looks really good. So, coming
so
up next in Celebrity Scoop, Jerry Seinfeld is coming back to Houston like within a week and a half.
Yes?
But Jamie Foxx has told Eddie Murphy stop doing stand up. It's not worth it. But Jerry Seinfeld's still doing it. What's the story?
Where's he going to be?
He's going to be at Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion in June, like first week of June.
Oh,
June
that'll be nice and cool.
Hope he's
well,
wearing
for him
some
it will
shorts.
be. He'll have lots of fans, but we'll talk about it next in Scoop on KRBE.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood. Celebrity Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
All right, it's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas, and you are right in the middle of the Watermelon Challenge here on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. If you go to @KRBE on Instagram or all of our socials, the guys on Tuesday, instead of doing Try It Tuesday, so we're going to try it Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Sam is about, I don't know, like 3 hours out from having her second kid. And
I
it's
love how every
real.
time
I know, it gets closer and closer. It's like she's about to go in labor at like 9:10. And so her
so hard
belly
to
is
breathe.
real round, like very watermelony. So there's a watermelon challenge. If you check out that hashtag on socials, you can see that. And so the guys have done that. And Eric brought in that furniture wrapping, plastic wrap that they put couches.
They got the handles on it. You wrap around faster.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, my
two,
God.
Two
Go to the bathroom.
melons
We just gotta make
for
this to-
boobs
we gotta
and
wear
one
these-
giant watermelon for the...
All the way to the end.
Well, not too giant. Kevin and Ryan are about 4 months along. Eric's about 15 months along.
I saw the smaller one.
Yeah.
I saw the
And
smaller
Ahmad,
ones
too.
yesterday. I'm like, no, I can't. I got to go full.
Yeah,
melon.
I'm glad you did.
Never go
Because
half.
the
melon.
melon that you're wearing is pretty much the same size as Sam's belly.
Yeah, it looked pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
So I didn't know what they're going to bring. I just said watermelon on Instacart. They brought
Instacart.
it. Yeah, so.
Whew,
That was
I don't know.
disappointing.
We got to make this till 9 something.
At
least for the dance party.
I was dying laughing here because I've slammed it into the counter so many times and I racked myself and I'm like, oh, God.
That's really something else. Now you know.
Got some
All
respect
right.
for you ladies. Even
So
more.
I remember when I saw Jerry Seinfeld's name come across, like, coming to Houston again. Jerry Seinfeld, for those that don't know, was the very first act that launched Smart Financial Center in Sugar Land. That was the first
Really?
night that they were open. That was their first act. I remember we had gone to go see him.
Okay.
And he's worth like almost $1 billion. He doesn't need to tour. It's
He
not like
does
he's
this
doing it for money.
for the
he does
love of
it
comedy.
for
He loves
fun.
stand-up.
I think
Yeah,
he got
really
home
does love stand-up.
like after Sugarland, the concert, because the traffic was bad because it was the first night.
Yeah,
I think he got home like 35 minutes in New York.
before us.
Like, yeah, when we got home,
Well,
I
he had a helicopter to get him out of there, right?
Because he had like a private plane waiting for him.
Yeah,
in-
the Sugarland Airport over there. They just, he's pretty much out the door as soon as he tells his last joke.
Gets on
And
the plane,
on the
yeah.
jet.
Gets on the plane, and we're in traffic for 40 minutes. Drive home. Yeah, he's on the plane for like another hour. That's about it.
That's crazy. So he's going to be back June the 7th at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. And I thought that was very interesting that this story came out today where Jamie Foxx told Eddie Murphy not to do stand-up anymore. And now, why is that? Well, listen, they're all loaded. They're all loaded. They're not doing it for the cash. They're not doing it to, hey, can you sign my something after the show? No.
They just love to do
They
it.
do it for the love of the craft. Of course, the accolades are great. It's nice to see fans. But Jamie Foxx told Eddie Murphy, you can't do it anymore because you have too much. Your house is too nice. You're not relatable. There's nothing you're going to say up there that people are going to be like, yeah.
Oh.
But I feel like that's not true
There are
because he has his
universal
past.
truths.
He has his past to go on, and even Seinfeld. I mean, he just has a bunch of observations. But this is a whole article in Entertainment Weekly where Jamie Foxx seems to have jokes, but even he runs into maybe a rut every now and then. He said he had a special deal for a long time, but he had nothing to talk about. You know, he won the Oscar. He had this big house. He said, I was rich. I was behind my gates. He said even an encounter with Eddie Murphy at his house couldn't shake his worry. You know, he said, when Eddie Murphy said, I want to get back to doing stand-up, Jamie Foxx was like, for what? Look at us. We're behind locked gates now. We got butlers and maids and cars and
It's
pools.
a choice. You don't have to.
No,
And-
but
and
he just thought,
sought
you know,
that out.
it's more fun. He said, you know, he goes, the stuff that
won't work.
comes through your house like a hotel. What does that smell? It's pomegranate. The fact that you know that you have a pomegranate smell getting pumped through your house, you are not the same funny on stand-up.
Maybe not
You're-
relatable.
Yeah, it was funny. He said, our lives are too perfect. We're too perfect. Well,
I think about
Jerry
Eddie's
Seinfeld's proving that
Eddie
wrong.
Murphy's been rich since he's like 24.
Oh, yeah, for over 40 years.
Wasn't he 19 when he started on Saturday Night
He
Live?
was. In 1980, he
Yeah.
was 19
And I'm
years
not saying
old.
he was rich then, but he got rich from that. That launched him into stardom.
Yeah, like all those movies, Beverly Hills Cop movies, and 48 Hours.
Yeah, the thing that I really
Was
have
it
never
23?
known in all the years we do entertainment or we've been in entertainment, we know like what people make for, you know, the $20 million salary, the $40 million whatever, and the back of the house gig and the merchandising contract percentages that people get. I've really never known what like the top notch guys on SNL or the top notch girls were getting paid. Are these
I don't think they
$1 million
get- no,
salaries?
I think it's a flat salary. They don't get like a sliding. Like in other words, I think every single cast member gets the same basic pay.
Well, I mean,
on
Kenan
SNL.
Thompson's the longest running guy. How much is
long.
he making? Tell me he's making over $1 million. He lives in New York City. He better.
And they're probably just getting paid for the weeks they work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen like a breakdown of how the SNL players get paid. And do you get paid more if like 4 of your skits made it? Because the whole thing that we've learned about the atmosphere of SNL is that it's the stress of the one skit that I wrote failed at the 8:30 and they didn't use it for the 11:35.
Okay, it is based on the years, so you're right. Keenan is making more. So for the featured players, reportedly, they earned $7,000 per episode for their first season. So it also goes up with the more seasons you do. But after 5 years, cast members can earn $15,000 per episode.
What's hard, though, is people see these people, they think that they're
not balling.
millionaires.
No.
The money is if they got a movie out of one of their characters.
Like if you
Maybe.
become a breakout star.
But really the
and
money
you
goes
spin
to
off
Lauren
into
no
the
matter
movies.
what.
Yeah, like Will Ferrell. If it wasn't for that, he would be nobody.
Yeah, which is crazy because as much as we like Will Ferrell thinking, wow, he was so great at SNL, you know, remember when he was in Old School, he was not really that famous yet. And when they filmed Elf, the studio did not trust that the movie would do anything because it's just this guy from SNL. What's funny about him?
Will
And they
Ferrell's
didn't
worth-
want him to be the elf.
He's now worth $160 million.
But the reason Elf hit so well is because Old School came out. He was Frank the Tank. We're going streaking in the quad.
Yeah.
And then he was the lead of this funny Christmas movie. And that's what made it so great. But isn't that crazy that you are in the middle of acting and the suits every day want to see what y'all filmed to say, this is not funny. This is not going to be good. Every day when you
See, and
film,
those
this is
guys
not
are
going to be
suits,
good.
And
You're
their
not
life,
funny.
they don't know what's funny. They're just in their rich world.
The suits. Really, the suits. They just
Yeah.
need to have.
When
I
they
just
want to
can't.
tinker, ugh.
I just can't.
Nope.
It's time for What's Going Down in H-Town on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
That's my pregnancy groan, Kevin.
It's hard to breathe.
The watermelon challenge.
All right. So the Astros won. Jose Altuve, 2 homers.
Yeah, baby.
Helped the Astros get a win over the Mariners. You watched the whole game, Eric?
Most of it, but they were like, at the beginning of the game, like, oh, Altuve's having a terrible month, and like batting like 160 or
And
something.
then boom, boom.
And then 2 home runs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess they need to say it
Hopefully.
to just change it, I guess.
But yeah, they look great, and they beat Seattle. We got 4 games in Seattle. I think we were 3.5 behind. So now we're what, 2.5.
Nice.
So by the end of this series, we could, if we win all 4, we'll be in first place.
That would be awesome. So it's only been a couple of months since Rodeo Houston ended, but we already know who's going to close out the next rodeo. So the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo announced that Cody Johnson will perform a full-length show on Sunday, March 22nd, the final day of the rodeo. So he will close the whole thing out
I mean,
next
this is
year.
very interesting because they're treating Cody Johnson like a George Strait show. It's not an actual rodeo. It's like when George Strait just took over NRG. It does not count. Your badge will not get
Does
you
he have
into
a lot
that.
of hits?
I mean, he's a Houston. He's kind of like George Strait-esque
world, yeah.
because
Is he
he's
from
from
here?
here.
He is.
Is he from
He's
Houston
from
or is he
here.
from Texas?
His nickname's like Kojo.
Yes, and he was a stand-in emergency performer like George Strait was, and
Yeah.
that's what made George Strait the
He's-
king of Houston
That's cool.
rodeo.
He's really huge here.
Yeah, so that's a really big deal. They're giving him his own
country music.
night. Giving him his own night.
Don't know my country.
That's
I
okay.
know.
I just know
Our
I
guy-
sleep like a baby.
Our guy, Riley Green,
Oh, yeah,
he
Riley Green.
shaved his mustache.
Well, come on.
Oh no, Sam! What
I know.
are you going to
I
do?
know.
Now that Zach Top guy needs to shave his mustache. And
Mustaches are
He's
so
not
weird.
going
Unless
to.
they're attached to a goatee or beard. I'm
They're
not
just
down
a
with them.
trending thing.
I know, but
Just
it's what a weird
trending
concept.
thing.
Just to have this batch of hair growing in the middle of your face.
Are kids finally done with that cotton candy head or whatever that?
Yeah,
that
just the mop
the
top.
mushroom head.
Yeah.
in the front?
Oh, you the broccoli and the ice cream
Yeah, broccoli
hair,
thing.
hairstyles?
No,
no.
Connor
Don't
still
think
has
mushroom
that.
head.
My little
Yeah.
brother. I hate his hairstyle. I hope he's not listening to my mom right now. On
I can't wait for like 5 years and they
Like,
look at
buzz
photos and they
your
go,
hair.
look how stupid I look. Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what we're saying now while you're wearing it.
Exactly. I told him that.
All right, coming up next, you know we love to share life hacks with you, kitchen hacks, cooking hacks.
Yeah.
If you don't have an oven, an air fryer, or a microwave, there's another appliance in your kitchen that will do the cooking for you.
Yeah, it's called a phone, called Domino's.
You don't have an oven, you don't have an air fryer, you do not have a microwave. And when I say oven, I mean the whole range,
Yeah.
the stove and the
Do
range.
you have a toaster?
You can have a toaster, but that's not it.
Oh.
What's cooking food for you?
Dishwasher?
If you don't have any of those, we'll find out next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.